Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Henry and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and we are doing kind of part 2. Before we had our awesome landing challenges where we kicked some tail. Today we're going to be taking a look at the bush trips. Now we're going to start off with Nevada, so taking out the good old Savage Cub here. Going to start off vanilla. So basically, if you don't know what the bush trips are, it's basically like a large flight plan. You have your different legs, here they are, so your estimated time. So first leg, of course, being around 40 minutes, 24 minutes, and you're basically stopping at all these different airports along the way, you can refuel, etc. And it's kind of nice too, so once you get there, you can start from there. Now the cool thing is that for our good old Savage Cub anyways, is that we don't have a GPS. So they've actually turned off the location for your aircraft on the GPS. So if you can achieve your flight without looking at your GPS at all, if you can hit all your little waypoints here and do everything without saying, where the hell am I? You can basically get an achievement for that. So if that's your thing, cool. We're going to be doing that today. So we're basically just going to be using pilotage, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be looking at landmarks, using our little compass bearings from our little book, and see if we can make it to our first waypoint here. So let's give it a go. Here's the overall trip. So basically you start off at Breckenbridge. That's an awesome name. And you kind of end at Mariposa, Yosemite. 064. Oscar, 64, traffic. Like anyone actually talks like that. Alright, let's give it a go here. There we go, our cute little Savage Cub. Let's give me another second here. Takes a few seconds here to fully load in. So we do have, I believe we start with full tanks here. There we go, let's give it a second to... There we go, so pretty much, as we said before, here's our starting point. And we're going to be doing all of this without having our little aircraft on the GPS. So our main way of navigation is pilotage slash having our little navlog here. So we have an initial heading of 12 degrees for around 3 minutes and then etc, etc. So we're going to be using this in our little timer. Hence why we have our little stopwatch here. So we can start the stopwatch, we can stop it, and reset it. Beautiful. All right, so I think we're pretty much good to go. Yeah, we're looking at full tanks here, so that's good to know. Everything's good to go. Our little Savage Cub. It's a cutie. Alright, let's ride. So again, you can say back on track, which will reveal your location on the minimap here, but we don't want to do that. We're gonna go full all in here and make our way to India Yankee Kilo here. So we're basically gonna follow the river. So let's close this. And what does our navlog say? Welcome to Bakersfield, California. Alright. So, follow the farms. Eventually your path will intersect with the main highway, leading you to the northwest, or correction, northeast towards the Sierra Nevada mountains, the path of the Kern River. So, 4.75 ETA, 3 minutes. Okay, let's give that a go. So, we'll just do our initial takeoff here. Do we have flaps? Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's go. Full throttle, pedal to the metal, power. And let's get the heck out of here. Let's go flying. Alright, so let us just get to at least 500 feet here above ground. Kick the flaps back in, and then we can start navigating here. Alright, so we're pretty much going to stay around this heading for 3 minutes, 7 seconds-ish. Not that we're so exact, but it's a beautiful day out there, you know? It's just flying around. I'm assuming that that's the ridge. So eventually your path will intersect with a state route 178. Is that the Kern River? That looks rivery down there. Fly above the Kern River as it curves through the chasm between the two mountains. Oh, like up here. Okay. So I'm going to assume this is the chasm. So we are now waypoint 2. Yeah, so that's the river. So where's the highway? I'm assuming one of these roads, that might be the highway down there. That looks like a big road, so that's a highway. So fly above the river. So this little guy that we're above right now. Not of Kern Canyon. Even as the highway below takes a divergent path, soon enough you'll be reunited when the road bends back into view and a modest bridge carries it across the water. Okay, cool. So that's been 3 minutes. Let's reset that. Our next timer is going to be 7 minutes 50. So around 7-minute mark. Okay, so going through these two mountains here. I do not see any other mountains that could be it. Oh, jeez. Lights in. Okay. So let's go for around 25 minutes. Let's go to 3,000. You'll find a sharp bend in the river that leads to a second roadway bridge. Alright, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that bridge then. Let's power back again. Let's kind of enjoy our little navigation. Gotta admit, Flight Sim, they did do a good job with North American terrain. I can't really say for the rest of the world right now, but they did do a pretty good job. Continue tracking the river, so I assume that it is still down there between the trees and whatnot. And it looks like eventually it's supposed to lead to a lake. Okay. Hot springs. I would not mind a hot spring right now. That would be kind of nice. A century-old hydroelectric dam. It's going to be kind of cool to fly over. It's kind of weird when they give you a heading and then they just say, follow the river. So I guess if you just want to avoid the river and just fly to the waypoint, you could. But hey, Flight Sim, it's more fun to follow the actual river and kind of enjoy the terrain that's been rendered. Let's give us a little bit more power. Let's retrim the plane here. So we should be coming up on our next waypoint shortly. Gotta admit it, like, they do a great job rendering trees now, like, especially from an altitude. Like, that looks really nice. And I only have a 1060 GTX, so that's really nice. Good job. Alright, so we are still tracking this river here through these wonderful rocky-ish looking mountains. So we should have hit our waypoint by now. So just don't know if our bridge is rendering for us or not, or if we've missed it, but let's say if we did hit it. Start again, 3 minutes on the clock. Continue tracking the Kern River along all of its twists and turns, past rugged trailheads and remote campgrounds. Nice. So it looks like we're pretty much gonna keep tracking this river all the way to, it looks like we're gonna come to a lake eventually, according to the nablog. Still following the mountains. Nice. It's a very, very pretty airplane. The water effects look pretty cool too, eh? Good shadow, soft shadows across the plane. And the vertical stab. It's good. So honestly, at this point, I'm not even looking at the compass headings anymore. I'm just following the river. So going good old classic BFR pilotage, just blowing off landmarks. Nice. I'm just really happy now. It's so easy just to look over the hood, just press spacebar, and it's so much easier, especially for tail draggers. It's just a nice little thing to have. Nice and easily binded to keyboard there, or your controller. Okay, it looks like they're... Is that the lake? Okay, so that's the bridge. And it looks like we should keep on going straight here. Yeah, so that covers back around. So it looks like that's going to be Lake Isabella over there. So it's good to know that we're on track, flying over the bridge now. Just wish they... oh well. Hey, it's a thing that'll get fixed, I know, but it's always kind of funny. Alright, so we should be there in probably another minute or so. Shouldn't be too long. Oh no, Joe disappeared! Alright, so this is Lake Isabella up here. Perfect. Past a town born during the California Gold Rush towards the heart of the Kern River Valley, Lake Isabella. Nice. So once we hit the lake, start the timer again. Let's do number 5, river opening. So from the shore of the massive man-made reservoir, follow the curves of Lake Isabella to the east. In the distance, you'll find the mouth of another river feeding the lake. This is South Fork Kern River, and it's waiting to lead you further. Oh, well, that's nice. At least it's waiting. It's waiting for us. That's going to be very nice. So it looks like, yeah, how it kind of goes off to the right there. So let's definitely track that. Alright, so as we start tracking from the shore... Oh. It's going to take us around 3 minutes. Let's do it. So heading 6-8. Alright, so it's just next to this kind of mountain here. Just enjoy the river. Enjoy the little lake here. Cool. It's alright, I'm asking. So we're looking for our next feeder river, so the South Fork Kern River, and it's waiting for us. It's very nice. It's awesome when you have a perfectly trimmed aircraft and it just does nothing. It's great. Alright, so looks like let's get a little bit of a buffer heading past our little mountain here, but we're kind of used to that at this point. So we're continuing on our straight track here. And I'm assuming we just kind of just follow this river down. It kind of goes along with our compass heading as well. Okay, so that's our river over there. We can see it now. So that's going to be the South Fork Kern River. And that is our next waypoint. Alright, so once we're over that, we can head on to our next navlog entry. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be a little bit ahead of schedule. So, let's get this guy rocking and rolling. Get ready to punch her after we hit the mouth of the river here. So the next one is Onyx. So the South Fork flows past several small flatland towns, eventually leading to a riverside community bordered by 2 rocky outcroppings, a wide open invitation back into the Sierra Nevada mountain pass. Nice. Alright, so looks like we're just over the mouth here, so 4 minutes, 41 seconds ish. So let's just retrim the aircraft, change power settings. Nice. Slow down a bit, save some more fuel. So we're going to follow this for just under 5 minutes, and we should come, it looks like, to this little pass here. What's that? Is that a block, or is that just a graphical... I think it's a graphical glitch. That, or they have a big fort. So if we have our like little VNC or VFR map, so we passed the lake, so it looks like this is like one last bend. So as we hit the mountains again, and then it looks like we're able to hit that airport. So we should be fairly close actually to our first hotel stay of the trip. Oh, that'd be great in real life. Just rent a little small plane or have a kit built and just travel cross country like this. That'd be amazing. Life goals. Post-pandemic. Alright, so we're looking just about to start the next Onyx Pass here. Nope. Set that. So yeah, it does bend up a little bit there. So, Cliffside, what's next on the list? Let the river lead the way until it begins bending north into the mountains. It's there you'll find State Route 178 again. Okay, so that highway from earlier. Follow the highway as it bends around a long stretch of cliffside and runs off into southeasterly direction. Alright, so this problem when somebody else makes a flight plan for you, you don't really know exactly when to start and stop the timer here. So let's just say we start the timer here. And 050 is our heading. But again, we can just follow the river here until it bends northbound. That's what it said. So pretty much northbound, you can tell by the compass moving right now, that's going to be left. So when the river bends left, we'll want to follow the State Route 178 again. And 4 minutes, 42 seconds-ish. Nice. I don't know really how you're supposed to do these bush trips if your computer isn't that powerful, because like I can easily see the highway and the river, but like if your computer isn't high-end, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to do a lot of VFR. I don't know. It's something I should probably look at YouTube videos for to see what the lower performance looks like. Alright, so I'm not sure if this is the next highway. I don't know. I'm not from this area, so I don't really didn't do my homework, guys. And then this is when the river bends. So it's rather this road here, or maybe there's like another road up here. I don't know. Let's just check it out. Let's get a little bit closer to make sure we're going to head in the right direction here. I think this might be it. Because, yeah, the river bends to the north here. So, unless that's a highway over here, which it might be, so it's kind of darker because of the cloud that doesn't exist. All right. Let's take a quick look here. Yeah, we're so close to the airport. I kind of suck now to get lost. So it begins heading north into the mountains. There's fun state route. Yeah, so we don't want to go down there. Oh, okay, yeah, it's right here. Okay, it's this road. So we want to follow this road to, where does it say? Southeasterly. Yes, it does. So this is our highway. Thank you for the navigation, River. We will see you probably never again. I don't know. Maybe Google Maps. All right. So we want to follow the highway as it bends across a long stretch of cliff sides and runs off into the southeasterly direction. And then it pretty much goes straight for a bit. So yeah, we're pretty much good. So our next one is Freeman Junction. All right. Junction. 8 minutes, so a long haul. It's a relatively straight shot, continuing until we meet another State Route 14 at the long since dead ghost town of Freeman Junction. No idea what that looks like, but let's keep on going until we see a ghost town? I don't know. How do you tell if it's a ghost town? I'm not a Ghostbuster here. So let's follow this road then. I'm like bending through the mountains. And then after that, we should be able to get to the airport. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't really follow the compass headings anyways for this because we would have missed the whole river. So if we get blown away by wind and everything else, you wouldn't really be able to navigate it. So pretty much the best case scenario, if you want to do this yourself without looking at the Find Me map, is basically just follow the landmarks. Like, following this road isn't that hard, so it's pretty decent. And hey, you got a little nice flat piece of land to land on if you lose your engine. Which apparently Alaska is huge for that, like, not losing engines, mind you, but just bush planes landing on roads. I don't know if you've heard that. Let us know in the comments below. I always find it hard not to do the Jurassic Park theme song while in a flight like this, just because like it's so epic, you know. It's just na 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 na. Avoiding a copyright strike. Beautiful, just beautiful. RPM, everything else doing good. Getting a little bit hot. Oil pressure. I'll be okay. Alright, we're almost there. At least I hope so. Alright, you should be halfway there to the junction. It's looking pretty good, actually. So it looks like things are starting to even out a little bit. I'm guessing after this hill, it's going to be our junction. So we're looking for another highway. Which then we start to head a little bit to the left again, so a little bit more northbound. Northeast instead of just southeast. It's always weird flying in mountains too, because you're higher than you really think you are right now. Because like the AGL, I'm like around not even 1,000 feet, but above sea level, I'm 5,000. So the performance of the aircraft, it does show a little bit with the altitude, but and that's the thing with mountain flying is that I'd love to do it, but it's just like little things like that you have to be aware of to have a safe flight. Alright. So it's been around almost 7 minutes, so we can start looking out for Freeman Junction here. So it's a relatively straight shot, continuous until Highway 178 meets State Route 14 at the long since dead ghost town of Freeman Junction. So we're looking out for ghosts. Ooh, what's that? A little building, barn, something? Somebody going to go grocery shopping? I don't know. Please wear a face mask if you do. So I'm going to guess after this bend up here is probably where we're going to get our new highway. Which bends towards the north. After this little hill. After this hilly hill. So after this we only have a 3-minute log, so that should be it. Just gonna slow down a bit. Let's get a little bit more power. Let's make sure our choke isn't. Let's go full in. Let's make sure that we can safely clear this terrain here. It'll be a really interesting drive for sure. I mean, like with all those nice bends and curves. Fingers crossed you don't break down, but even if you do, you have a heck of a view. As long as it's not too hot. Alright, so it's been around 8 minutes now. And I still haven't seen a ghost town. So disappointed, guys. Like, what the heck? Unless that's it up there. because it looks like it flattens out here, so I'm gonna assume that after we get past this last little group of mountains, we're gonna be turning to the left, a little bit more northbound like it says. Oh, this is why we have a lot of fuel. Oh, and we don't have a radio either to do. Well, it makes sense. They don't want to get it cheap at the same time. I guess we're going full Nordo for landing. Okay, that's cool. I'm not seeing anything, so I'm assuming it's just like over here behind this mountain. But I don't want to go too high either. I feel like that might be considered cheating, but. Oh, starting to see something behind here. Is this an airport? Is this an airport? I have no idea. I hope so. I don't want to start over. That's the road we're supposed to follow, but... Wait, so this is another road. Is it? So I'm not seeing any... Wish I had my binoculars here. Cool little green mountain here. Because it looks like this is a road that intersects with our little road. So maybe if we just follow, maybe this is the highway that we were supposed to look for. Freeman Junction. So let's try and follow this road then. Actually, let's turn our turn tail. Go for a heading of 036. Oh, is that it right there? Looks kind of like a triangle. Is that what it looks like? Yeah. Okay, that's it right here. Sweet. Okay, I was getting worried there for a minute. I was like, wait, so we're actually just a little bit slower on that final leg then. Okay. That's cool. I say as I almost get... Got a little bit higher than normal, eh? Almost 7,000 feet. So, and Kern Airport was a bustling warfare center for the U.S. Navy during World War II, and now its lengthy runways welcome you. Touch down and complete this first leg. All right, so it looks like I'm assuming it just kind of auto saves when we land. Brings us back to the main menu, and I'm not sure if like we continue from here or if it like reloads. Okay, I guess we can get rid of this. So again, we don't have any radio. I'm not even gonna bother during a circuit. I just want to land, guys. I just want to land. We're gonna go straight in. Okay, so that was kind of like a really cool experience. Like I got a little bit nervous at the end there, but it's kind of a nice little simple mission that they can easily make here, and it's a really nice idea. Like it, especially if you're new to flight sims, like it introduces you to the basics of navigation, especially the importance of the ups and downs of a traditional compass here. But it felt weird going places without a GPS, let alone a heading indicator, it was weird. Alright, so here, let's balk up this landing so we have to do it all over again. No, just kidding. Oh, that was a really cool little experience. That was nice. Let's land, and I assume it's gonna take us back to the main menu for leg 2. Again, there's like 25 legs of this, so that is my assumption. Let's get set up for a long final here. Let's start to bleed off. There we go. Just quick engine burn there. Everything else is fine. I wonder how this guy slips. Pretty effectively, actually. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Alright, let's bleed off that airspeed. I think it's under 110 knots. Yes, it is. Get our first stage flap in here. Nice. Because again, the nice thing about Savage Cub is this thing can like land and take off pretty much on a dime, so I'm not too concerned about landing here. Nice. Alright. Let's just retrim the airplane here. Oh, not too much. Looks like our nearest taxiway is... Ah, screw it. This is a sim, it's not real life. I was gonna land long, but... Never mind. We don't be like that here, folks. It's kind of cool getting a little bit more tail dragger experience, too. So used to flying tricycles. Cool. 50, 40, 30, 10. Nice. Nice. Alright. Let's see what happens. Is it gonna kick us to the main menu? It's gonna say good job once we fully stop. Hey! Look at that. Leg completed. We didn't look at the map at all. We didn't say find me, so that's awesome. And it's checked. So we did it. Okay, we just do that 25 times and we get like a little trophy at the end. That is a really cool idea. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, thanks for joining, everyone. Like and comment if you want to see the other legs here, and we can get a series going, a no peaky series. But yeah, no, thanks again for all your support over the past few weeks here. It's great to see a new flight sim with all of its amazingness, flaws, happiness, sadness, and all. Comment, subscribe, like, all that other usual YouTube guff. Hell, I don't like promoting my own stuff. Anyways, thanks again for joining us, everyone. As always, fly safe and happy landings. See you next time.